Welcome to The Artist's Way Week 1, and today we are going to start reading about the sense of safety, which is the theme of Week 1, and all the exercises about establishing the sense of safety to explore creativity with less fear. And that sounds like something I absolutely need in my journey. So let's start. I'm going to read the chapter and see what the chapter says, and then I'm going to try to plan out the tasks so that I have the week 1 tasks in my calendar. So I am going to do a artist day walk, and I thought because it's so nice outside, it's sunny, I could hear the birds chirping while I was studying, so I thought I could do a walk. But I thought I'm going to do a little bit of a spring summer vibe, put some blush on, look a little bit pretty, and so I'm going to do my first task of the day, which is to take a walk. She says to do 20-minute walk, but let's see how far I can go. And I am super excited to start my journey officially and do the first task of this artist way. Let's go. So today Julia really said let's jump into the deep end right away, because her prompts for today, which I'm working through, is about the Monster Hall of Fame, which basically talks about the monsters for your creative self. Monsters are people who have made your art or your creative self feel silly or little or not worthy enough, and you have to write down their names, and then you have to also write at least one horror story that you have related to this person. And the second part I really like is to write a letter of defense for yourself against this monster. So wow, I am so I don't know, this prompt feels so heavy already to work through, but I'm going to do a bit of journaling through this prompts and see how I'm going to come out on the other side. Whew, a little bit nervous, but here we go. I also decided to make this exercise a little bit more me, because I didn't doodle in forever. So instead of just writing the names, I also drew little monster versions of these people. Then I put a little X on each one, just to remind myself that these voices aren't the truth and they're just monsters, and I should not listen to these voices anymore. It was weirdly fun to doodle. So, welcome to day 3 of the Artist's Way, and today, in contrast to yesterday, it's heavy but in a completely unexpected way. I would say in a very soft and opening way. We have to work on Hall of Champions. So, these are people who encourage you in your art, who are complimenting you, who make you believe in yourself and your creativity. And I think this is far more quiet in our heads, and we definitely need to honor these people. And Julia also says to write at least a letter to one person thanking them for what they do. I am going to write down the people who really support me in my life. I think they definitely deserve some space in my story. And I think even though this is a softer exercise than yesterday, it's still so powerful for me to acknowledge the people who really support me in my journey. So I'm also quite thankful for these exercises. They're really opening my eyes to my creativity and my creative journey. So I have been looking forward to this day the whole week because today is the day I get to do my artist date, and today for my artist date, drumroll please, I am going to do a painting. And to be honest, I'm not so good at painting, but I only do it because it's so meditative, and I feel like right now I'm in a place where my heart is kind of all over the place, my mind is so full, so I need a little slice of. So I'm super excited, and I'm trying to take away the perfection and the stress from it, and I'm just going to look at some inspiration and paint from inspiration. Ah, and this is my final painting. I am a little bit proud of myself. I think it's come out not too bad. I'm gonna let it dry, and wow, that has been a really intense but beautiful artist date. I really enjoyed doing it, and it gave me a sense of calm, but I was also able to like play around with the colors, the painting styles, and haven't done that in a long time. So I feel like it's good to explore your hobbies and not be good at it and be creative, and just play. And it was a really, really good artist date. So I would highly recommend to do an artist date every now and then for yourself, because just week one and this has been really good. So I just finished week one of the Artist Way, and I honestly did a lot more than I expected, and that feels so amazing. From doing the morning pages to the exercises to my very first artist date, it has been such a beautiful journey. This week, I really made space for showing up and showing up intentionally, and I think that has felt absolutely magical. I really enjoyed showing up and being more playful, more creative, and more open to my own self, and that has been such a nice journey this week. In terms of journaling, I think I have to be honest, I did not do 3 pages every day, but I did journal 6 out of the 7 days for this week. So that already feels like a huge win. And I think I'm going to work myself up to getting to 3 pages in the morning. But right now, I'm just doing a page and seeing how much I can push myself. And in terms of results, I would say that I definitely felt a lot more creative thoughts flowing, and I felt more open towards my creativity. But it was a very subtle change, like just like a small flicker. So I'm hoping that this becomes a really big flame I can kind of carry on into my creativity and not be shy about. If you want to follow on this journey, then hit like and subscribe, and maybe even start your own journey for the Artist's Way. The process of finding yourself back to your creativity is messy, is beautiful, and I would love to be there on this journey with you. So let's see where this creative path takes us. See you in week 2.